Okay, so we're back. Really, it's been about an hour or so. Obviously, you haven't noticed. We've done a build in all of the RDAs, including rebuild the Triton RTA section. Okay, we'll get to that one in a minute.
Right, three times.
Yeah, after the third attempt actually. Right, okay, so first off, let's start off with the bambino. So that's the build in the bambino just out, and this has come out to 0.46, running at about 43 watts. I think it needs a bit more juice. What are we running? What is this juice that we're running? Right, this is the
Isle of Custard.
Isle of Custard. Let's just drip that.
Good stuff.
Okay. Nice dense cloud and great flavour. I wouldn't have expected anything less from a small RDA really.
Do you know the history of that?
Go on.
How it came about?
Go on.
Praxis approached makes a Derringer.
Right.
Approached Jaybo and asked to help to refine it. Right.
And then what? He took it
so
away.
No, so he said, "I'll do it, but I'm doing my own version as well," and that is his take on the Derringer.
Ah, see, there you go. You learned something new on this channel. So this is so it might be worth getting the Derringer as well, just to compare.
I'll bring one over.
All right, sweet. There you go. So we're going to actually compare that to the Derringer and see how it goes. But yeah, I've enjoyed that. What do you reckon of this clone?
I think it's nice. For me, I prefer the plastic top cap.
Yeah, this does get awfully hot. You know, it's so hot that you can't actually put your lips on it. I have found myself using a drip tip on there just to get rid of the heat.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way of using it. Yeah.
It's the only way.
Okay.
I think that's one point where the Derringer wins over the Bambino with the stainless steel top cap.
Because it's got that little bit more height and it's getting cooler.
And it's got a plastic drip tip on it as well.
There you go. So, you know, there are a few things to think about really on that. But no, I like it. And for the price, as I said, it was an eBay buy, just on a whim. £10. You can't really go wrong, you know. I still think I'm going to get the original off of you, though.
You'd be there if we will not to.
Okay, cool. So that was that one. Do you want to mark that?
Mark it. It's good. It's a nice introduction. Again, I found the wrap and trap with the round-headed screws a bit difficult. The original wins me on that one.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm yet to use the original, but I mean, that to me wasn't bad at all. Flavour-wise, great. Dense cloud, obviously depending on what sort of liquid you're using. But no, definitely a good one. Okay, so what are we pushing next?
We had the Triton.
Triton. Right, okay. Now this Triton, this was your third attempt?
Yeah, and it's okay.
Right, now Alex isn't a novice on building. We've run by Aspire's guidelines. And, mate, stick with the original coils. I am not impressed with this build at all. Not the build, sorry.
I found the annoying thing is, though, it doesn't fit in the Atlantis.
Yeah. We did a bit of research, actually, and it doesn't fit the V2, which is a shame.
You know, wait for the V1 either then?
No, exactly. I mean, if you're buying this as an extra, you'd expect it to work on the V1, V2, but it doesn't. It'll only go in this one. I'm just not impressed with it. I think, is it a waste of money? It's a waste of money.
It's not. You know, if you're trying to save money, it's ideal. A pack of coils is a tenner, so after about 2 months, it's paid itself off.
Yes, but you're not going to get what you want the same as the original coil.
I think, right, if I had about 2 or 3 weeks of that and I'd built it a couple of times, which I wouldn't bother doing because it's aggro.
Don't forget the screw that he broke.
Yeah.
You know, already one of the screws had broken. I think that was on the second attempt.
Yeah, trying to put the wire down, turn the screw, and that one that's got the two pins like that, and one of the arms snaps off. Great
start. So luckily they do give you a spare set of screws, but you know, how many are you going to go through? How many are you going to break?
I think if it was a screw a build.
A screw a build. So it'll last you, what, 3 builds, literally. But yeah, definitely not impressed. Flavour-wise, it wasn't the greatest. You know, I thought the original coil was a lot better than that. Let's just have a look here. I mean, this is at 0.9, I think it worked out to be. So you're only looking at about 20 watts.
According to Aspire's guidelines.
The guidelines again, you know, we are running by the guidelines. We wanted to make it fair. That's why I think we've done it 3 times. So 20 watts. I mean, that looks a lot more cloudier
Go to 30.
than what it is here. Alright, let's go 30. If it burns, it burns.
It's going to burn. I found the first build as well, I had the hot leg, so the whole thing was lighting up inside, was going red. It was glowing because the leg length from the base of the RBA up the central coil section, it's probably about 10-15 mil, and that's a lot of space for a hot leg.
I prefer the original coils.
I think they're a lot better as well.
Yeah, original coils. To have it in your collection, okay. It's only $9.99, but I couldn't see myself. Yeah, all right, it's a backup, but I couldn't see myself building on that.
No.
On a regular, definitely not impressed. All right, so yeah, waste of time personally. And again, it should have worked on the V1. It should have worked on the V2, but it doesn't. What's this? All right, okay. Right, now this, I love this, I actually love this. He's done a quad build in there. I don't know if you can see it, I've actually put it on Instagram as well. So quad build on there.
2 coils top holes, 2 coils bottom holes.
You know, that's the sort of design or sort of things that you can do with this one.
It's versatile.
Yeah, very versatile. A lot of options, a lot of airflow, you know, just great really.
It's probably be dry.
Right, okay, so yeah, just before I get one of them dry
I'll just let you do it.
Oh gosh. Right, okay.
But wicks, I think, you know, there's lots of room in there for wick. The airflow adjustment's good on there.
Yeah, I mean, compared to, obviously we had problems with the Allen key heads. Have you had that problem on the original?
The original, I haven't got a problem, but I think that's the problem with all clones. I realised they come with chopped Allen keys.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know, you try and set up there, it turns twice, so you get any form of tension, you spin it, and then the Allen key just goes and does nothing. But it's chucking.
That's intense. That's a lot of flavour. I'm definitely keeping that build on there for a good while, and I'll just be re-wicking it until I get hold of you again, and you can build me another one. But no, definitely a nice one. Other than that Allen key problem, there is a big price difference.
I think it's about 20 quid for the clone and 80-90 for...
So a big price difference, you know, definitely one to see if you would spend the money on the original.
I think one of the things with originals that I've seen is a big benefit now, Squonking's up and coming, the bottom fed RDAs.
Yes.
One of the clones does come with a bottom fed pin.
Right, okay.
So you can literally just screw it on, press your Squonk button, bottle feeds the RDA gun.
Oh yeah, yeah, you showed me a picture of that actually. Yeah, definitely. And last of all... Right, I love this one. Right, this is the...
I think it's called the fish bowl.
Fish bowl, yeah, exactly. Right, this one, let's just double check that. So this is running 0.28, so 0.3 near enough. And this can go up to what sort of wattage can we push
100
this? 100 watts. Alright, let's just...
It's going to cough up a lung. It's going to happen.
Do you know what? You scared me a little bit. Right, okay. Let's do 80 because I'm a bit shook now. Right.
Looks cool.
Yeah, it definitely looks cool. You can still see the vapour sitting in now. A lot of condensation, but you know, you don't see that in the metal ones. This is just all open. Airflow's great. I thought it'd be too much.
I think that's ideal for your cloud chasers.
Yeah.
The only downside is I wouldn't take it on night out. You're gonna break it.
Yeah, okay. Unless you've got a ring. Unless you've got a little rubber ring that you can put around there.
Band.
Yeah, vape band just to put around there just to protect it. It would have been nice if there was a few more options, different caps, different accessories.
I think if you came with like a Del ring cap, that'd be cool. A metal cap maybe as well. I think for me, I've got it's like a Kennedy deck. I've got the original Kennedy.
Yeah,
it's lovely. But on the low builds or them high wattage builds you do, the drips does get a bit too hot. Whereas that's going to win on that. That'll take a lot less time to cool down.
Yeah, definitely. No leaking or anything like that.
You haven't had it long enough to have that.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That's basically what I've realised as well with the Kennedy, especially when you fill it up from the top. You've got the juice tunnels there and the tunnels there.
Too close.
The juice tunnel comes up, the juice flows in there and out the holes. So if you drip it, not in the centre, on the sides of it, if you tilt an angle when you're dripping, it's going to flow over and go out the bottom. Again, it's a nice IDA, for the money it's pretty good.
And this is their own. This isn't a clone. Yeah. This is their own design, just like.
It's their own design, but they've taken the idea of the Kennedy and adapted it. So I think the glass top's a nice touch.
Right. Okay. I mean, can we change that glass top to put something else on now? Might be interchangeable with something.
Well.
Let's have a go. No, too loose. Way loose.
Something will fit. Dark balls, possibly. But then you add an extra,
No,
too loose.
no, definitely too loose. All right, so
I think your Doge top caps and stuff, they'll work on there. It would be nice to have that versatility. Bottom line is that I've seen 3 of these broken already, and it's going to happen easily. If you put it on slightly pissed, it shatters. I've seen it happen.
Okay, so yeah, if it gets too hot and yeah, that'd do really. Alright, lovely. Alright, so I mean that's our take on these lot really. Not impressed with the Aspire. The other one's not too bad. We'll have a look at the originals, I think.
I think it would be good with the Triton especially, would be good if you had some time to build it and actually learn to do it. I wouldn't follow the instructions at all. It says use a 3.5mm coil. If I was to build it again, I'd do 3.5mm coil, wick it, then insert the coil, not go through side to side because the wick holes are actually a lot smaller than the diameter of the coil.
Yeah. Okay. Something to think about, really.
Mess around with it a bit.
Yeah, you're going to have to get a personal... Just mess around with it, see how you go with it if you do decide to buy it. Again, these are just our opinions, you know, we've been messing around with these. And I'd like to say thank you for coming down.
Pleasure.
Good to have Alex here, his knowledge and everything else, and his take on the originals compared to the clones. So again, thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Peace.